Today's gospel we read, he saw and he believed. We're now celebrating Easter, Easter Sunday, the day in which we celebrate Christ resurrecting from the dead. John came into the cave. He didn't see Jesus. He didn't physically see Jesus. He just saw some cloths lying on the ground. But that was enough. His faith told him Christ told us he was going to resurrect from the dead. Christ is resurrected from the dead. I'm standing right next to Christ. He's alive. He's physically in this tabernacle. When I come into this chapel, I don't see Christ in his person. I see a tabernacle. Behind this tabernacle, there's a small host. But I know Christ is there. I think about Pope John Paul, who spent so much time in the chapel as Pope, with all the responsibilities that he had. He's now beatified. He's now blessed Pope John Paul. But that's happening because he was such a man of God. Because he emulated and kind of gave that radiance of Christ to so many people, because he filled his heart with Christ. He filled his heart with the love of Christ right here in different chapels all over the world, especially in the Vatican Chapel. He would often be found praying there. I remember watching him celebrate Mass. There was such a difference. When he was coming out to start the Mass, you could see the burden of the world on his shoulders. When he was leaving Mass, you could see the joy of Christ bursting out of his heart. Christ was so inside of Pope John Paul. He couldn't contain Christ. Christ was bursting out of him, and he shared that with us. So I encourage all of you in this Feast of Easter to remember Christ has resurrected. It's not just some historical fact we need to remember. Christ is resurrected so he could be with us in the tabernacle. Christ is resurrected so he could be our friend as we journey through this world. Christ is resurrected to remind us that we too will die, and we too will resurrect if we live a holy life and be with Christ forever in heaven. May God bless you.